Hi, welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us for today's webinar. So excited to have you be with us. All right, let's go ahead and if you would, go ahead and turn on your cameras. Thank you so much to each of our guests and our guest speakers. Yeah, thrilled to have you here with us today. All right, let's dive right in. So let's talk about training your AI receptionist to convert. So we're going to share some tips to improve your conversations, level those up, and help you get more clients. All right, so let's jump right in. So first of all, I want to welcome our guest speakers today. We've got Pranav Jajapur, David Gurno, Kim Burnett. So I'm excited to introduce them right after I do a brief intro and to get to know them better. You're in the right place if you are a business owner who wants to reduce missed calls, but you and your team are busy and just can't always answer the phone. I get it. You want to be responsive to clients and prospects even after hours and on the weekends, but that means you never get a break. And so you also waste time calling people back trying to get information that may be missing. This is not for you if you're happy with your current workload, you don't want more customers, you want to answer every single call, even if it means missing other opportunities, and you're unwilling to delegate tasks, even if AI could save you hours per week. So my promise to you is a clear roadmap to consistently book more clients, proven strategies to eliminate lost revenue from missed calls, and expert insights on using AI and automation to save you time. In return, I ask for your commitment to this process, a willingness to step outside of your comfort zone, and honest effort and accountability. So here's some tips for watching this webinar. First, try to find a quiet, distraction-free space and stay present and take notes. Come with an open mind. And during this webinar, you're going to learn how to leverage AI to attract more prospects, 5 ways to improve your client conversations, onboarding for your new AI receptionist, how to answer FAQs efficiently, and how to qualify leads and gather those contact details. So let's dive in. I'm Clinton. My wife and I live here in the Dallas area with our 2 youngest children, and we enjoy all kinds of outdoor activities with them. They love being outdoors, all kinds of sports and running and all kinds of activities. So it's been a lot of fun here. So what's my background? Well, I've got a computer science undergrad, MBA, and I've been in the space of voice AI and data for about 9 years. And I'm excited to empower you in your business with AI. So back in 2016, I helped AWS launch 2 of their first 3 AI services, Amazon Poly and Amazon Recognition. And so now let's talk about how you can use AI to attract more prospects. So first of all, flashback to 2016, new AI services were all the rage, and text-to-speech and this image recognition service were brand new. And AI voice assistants were very hot at that time. So one of my children and I, we built this fun game that's voice enabled, and it's still up in the Alexa catalog of apps that you can get. And it basically is like a haunted house, choose your own adventure. And it was a lot of fun, but it was early days and it was challenging sometimes to interact with the voice. And sometimes it was misunderstanding the words that you gave it or commands you gave it. So it wasn't always great. But now we have AI powered receptionists who can help you avoid missed calls, get your nights and weekends back, and enjoy vacations while growing your business. So AI receptionists aren't brand new. They've been on a path for improvement for many years. It all began back in the 40s with the field of natural language processing. In the 60s, the introduction of machine learning. In the 90s, tremendous advancement in speech recognition and voice controlled systems from companies like Dragon, Nuance, and IBM. And then in 2010s, cloud computing came on the scene and machine learning helping to make these even more lifelike. And so we saw assistants like Siri and Alexa and Google Assistant. And now in the 2020s, AI-powered receptionists have emerged to handle customer interactions and to help you automate tasks. And I think they're just going to improve dramatically from here. So I'm excited to be on that journey with you. And the benefits of today's AI receptionists are natural sounding voices that are fast and responsive. They collect the prospect details and help you automate your workflows. And most importantly, no more missed calls, no interruptions during dinners or vacations, and no wasted time calling leads back for the details that you may have missed. So let's talk about AI call conversion. This is my 3-step method to get customers with AI answering your calls. So step one is build. We talked about that in the previous webinar. Today, we're going to talk about step two, which starts with a T, and that's train. So written instructions for your AI receptionist. You can also use these instructions to give to a human receptionist if you hire one of those as well. And it helps you better anticipate your prospects' questions. And it provides the complete answers that you want your receptionist to give. So why is this important? It helps them understand your goals. Whether it's a human receptionist or AI receptionist, a well-trained receptionist knows your business. And the benefit is improved conversion rates. So these custom prompts teach the AI how to handle FAQs, qualify your leads, and gather the right contact details. And the benefit is it resolves questions on the first call. So there's less intervention required and follow-up by you, the business owner. Now, why do most people not train their AI? Well, they think that AI already knows. But similar to a human receptionist, your AI receptionist actually needs clear instructions to work effectively. So training helps share details about your business with your AI receptionist to help answer FAQs. And it's been amazingly helpful in my business as I've just recently launched and I've seen that benefit. All right, let's talk about 5 ways to improve your client conversations. So 5 ways to improve. First of all, is developing industry specific or your company specific call scripts and conversion flows, conversation flows. And then training your AI receptionist on your company's specific knowledge and FAQs. Create clear qualification paths for different types of clients. And then implement these continuous improvement processes through call rating and analysis. Train your AI receptionist to transfer calls to other team members as needed. Okay, so how can you answer these FAQs efficiently? You can grab descriptions of your products and services and insert those into the training for your AI receptionist. Help define industry jargon and words and terminology, and then update the training materials as your offerings change and as the frequently asked questions evolve. So let's talk about qualifying leads and gathering those contact details. So for each different type of prospect, you want to have a clear path for them. So for example, a dental practice might have new patients that have insurance questions, they have existing patients looking for appointments, and they may have emergency cases, and each type may be handled differently. You can train your AI receptionist to do this. So let's talk about onboarding your new AI receptionist. Here's a quick demo. Let me just jump right in here. All right, so in this demo, we're going to show you how to train your AI receptionist. So first of all, you'll log into the portal, app.madjaw.com, and you may see this launchpad. Then you'll want to go down here in the left-hand menu to AI agents. Click on that, and then on the tabs across the top up here under AI agents, you want to click Voice AI. So this will show you your AI receptionist. And we're going to create a new agent, and we're going to train that agent. So let's go ahead and click Create. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is come up with an agent name, the business name, voice, that branding. This will be in Central Time, inbound calls, and we'll set up a greeting. So we covered this in a previous training in more depth, but let me just show you how we do that. So what we do is we create a document that outlines all of the training information for your AI receptionist. So first of all, the name of your receptionist. So you want to come up with a name that's simple to pronounce, easy to remember, and then you'll just put that into your agent name field here. Next is the business name. In this case, I'm using a fictitious name of a business. So any similarity to a real business is purely coincidental. We'll put that in there. Then we can choose a voice. There are lots of different English-speaking voices to choose from, different accents, male and female. And so I'll choose Paula Young, and you can play these to listen to how they sound.
Failure doesn't mean you are a failure, it just means you haven't succeeded yet.
Let's try another one. Let's try Tim.
If you smile when no one else is around, you really mean it.
Great, so that gives you an idea of some of the different voices. You want to play around with those and find the one that works best for your business, for your brand. And next, we want some initial message. So what we do in this document is we go through an overview of the business, the goals that you have for your prospects, phone numbers, and how the ring order works so that we integrate it well with your existing phone system. And then we talk about success. What does success look like? In this case, we're talking about personal injury cases for a fictitious attorney firm. And so you want to have information about the AI receptionist information. You can also do other language AI receptionists, like this one for Spanish, for example. And then you want to choose a voice for your AI receptionist. Then where should transcripts from each call get sent? What's the name of the business, the website, what type of business is it? Where is the business located, office hours, the target audience, like who typically calls in, just so the AI receptionist, just like a human receptionist would want to know, who is this calling in to the line? Who should I expect to be talking with? And then what are the products and services that you offer? Next, pricing, which is optional. I think we would probably keep this blank and leave that to a deeper discussion after a discovery call. And then frequently ask questions. And you can include things like, I want to speak to a certain person, and you can even have the AI receptionist forward calls to them. Where are you located? How much is my case worth? Those kinds of questions. And then we give a tone of voice example, how we want them to represent your brand. And then we go through an actual call script so they can see this is what it could look like in terms of a sample call. Okay, and then any promotional offers that you want to include, have the AI receptionist speak to, and then a time frame in which they can expect a human to reach out, or an attorney or someone to set an appointment with them can follow up. And we take all of that and we turn that into the agent prompt. Okay, so now what we want to do is from this example, I'm going to take the greeting and I'm going to put that into the interface here for the agent details. Okay, so now that we have those things set up, we'll click next. Now we get to train the AI receptionist. So what we can do is we can set some simple goals like collect the name and the contact's issue, or we can go into a more advanced mode. And once we do this, now we can give a whole prompt. So this area can be filled with up to 2,000 words of prompt. So I'm going to delete this default prompt and put in what I had created in here for the prompt for this voice AI. And this is something that we do as part of our onboarding for all of our new clients, is we help them create this training document, working with you to review it, and then create a prompt for the AI to explain exactly how the call should flow. Next, you can set up call transfers, like when to transfer the call to a human part of your team, when to send a text message to the caller post-call or during the call. And then you can also capture information. So for example, we want to get the first name. So we can choose the first name of the contact. We want them to put the name of the caller in there as the first name. And an example could be Becky, for example, or Robert, and then we'll save that. So now it will instruct the AI receptionist to try to capture that name and put that into a contact record so that you have that after the call. So this will save you a lot of time, because instead of having to try to go through the transcripts and copy and paste this information into your records, the AI receptionist can automatically put it into your records for these individuals. And then after the call, we want it to send a transcript to all of the admins in this space. Okay, so now we're going to hit next. And the next step then is to choose a phone number for the AI receptionist. So that way, each AI receptionist has their own phone number. We can simply put them into the ring order for an existing phone system, or just forward calls from your mobile phone straight to them. In this case, I'm going to say just answer it right away. It's not a backup. This is going to be the main line, and the main action for this phone number is to just answer the calls directly. Okay, and so with that, we'll save it. And now we are ready to test it. So what I'll do is I'll call the AI receptionist and we'll just do a test and see how well it works. So let me pull up my phone and okay, so there's Morgan. So I'll put that number in and please feel free to go ahead and call her right now as I'm doing this because she can answer multiple simultaneous calls. And so let's test that out if you don't mind. Go ahead and dial at the same time as I do. Okay, so now let's have a conversation.
Justice Advocates Legal. This is Morgan. How can I help you?
Hi, Morgan. I was involved in a car accident yesterday.
I'm sorry to hear that. Are you currently injured or in any danger?
No.
If so, please call 911. All right, glad to hear you're safe. Have you sought any medical attention for your injuries yet?
Yes.
That's good to hear. Could you tell me a bit more about the accident? Like where it happened and any other details you think are important?
Yes, we were at the intersection of 3rd and Main, and a car was making a right-hand turn at a red light. And as I came through the intersection, we collided.
Thank you for sharing that. Have you been contacted by any insurance companies yet?
No, but I gave them my insurance information.
Got it. It's important to be cautious with insurance communications. Would you like to schedule a free consultation with one of our attorneys to discuss your case further?
Yes, that would be great.
Perfect. Let's get that set up for you. Could you please provide your full name and preferred contact number?
Sure, it's Clinton, Clinton, and this phone number would be fine.
Thank you, Clinton. Just to confirm, your last name is spelled Clanton, and we'll use this number to reach you. Is that correct?
My last name is Ford, Ford.
Thanks for clarifying, Clinton Ford. I'll make sure we have that right. Now let's find a convenient time for your consultation. Do you have any preferences?
Yeah, next Wednesday at 4 o'clock would work well.
Next Wednesday at 4 sounds great. Your consultation will be at our office located at 123 Legal Way, Suite 400, Phoenix, Arizona. Please bring any documents related to the accident. Is there anything else you need help with today?
No, that's it. Thanks.
You're welcome, Clinton. Thank you for choosing Justice Advocates Legal. We look forward to meeting you next Wednesday at 4. If you have any questions before then, feel free to reach out. Take care and goodbye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Goodbye, Clinton. Take care and see you next Wednesday.
All right, so I hope you enjoyed that demo. How many of you were impressed by that demo? What did you think? Drop a 1 in the chat if you like that. Yeah, pretty impressive, huh? And this is something that we are excited to help more organizations leverage AI receptionists. And if you take one thing away from this event today, I just want you to know that you can get more time freedom without missing out on new business. So the big question is, how can you apply this method consistently to get customers without missed calls, interruptions during dinners or vacations, or wasted time calling leads back for their info? You can waste tons of time and spin your wheels trying to figure it out alone, or you can fast track your results with an AI receptionist answering your calls. And today I've got a fast action bonus for the next 15 customers who sign up for the AI receptionist in the DFW Metroplex, calling it Second Surge. So the next 15 spots only in this DFW area get a garden party charcuterie from Graceful Gatherings Co. That's a $300 value for your next event to help you attract new clients. So go ahead and sign up now at madjaw.com/pricing. And excited to help get your phone ringing, and if it's already ringing, to help you answer those calls. Very excited today to have guest speakers with us, and I'd like to welcome our guest speaker, Pranav Jajupur, an AI social media automation expert, and I'm going to hand it over to him.
Hey guys, thank you, Clinton, for allowing me to speak on the stage. This is my first online presentation ever. So a little bit about me. I am a high school senior and I go to Heritage High School. I do a lot of martial arts, I do a lot of soccer, but that's pretty much a lot about me. And then fun facts, honestly, I think just me being, young in conversations like this is, in my opinion, a fun fact. And I've had a few memorable experiences. I drive a motorcycle, so I've had several experiences where I just go on group rides and enjoy life.
Great to have you with us, PJ. So
Yes.
glad you could join us today. And excited. I met PJ in Dallas just, what was it, maybe a month ago or
It was
something.
about a month. It was like last month's event.
Yeah, it was like last
Yeah.
month. And I tell you, PJ has made so much progress already in his entrepreneurial journey. And I'm excited about where he's going and really want to share with you some of his story about the things that he's done already and also where he's going. So, PJ, if you want to share a little bit about what got you into entrepreneurship to begin with, and then some of the exciting milestones that you've already achieved, through by yourself and also through networking and collaboration with others like the people here in this call today. And just tell us briefly about where you want to go and how we can help support you, where we can follow you, and just cheer you on as you're going to have an amazing career.
Thank you, Clinton. So now, Clinton, I started entrepreneurship. So before I started entrepreneurship, everyone gets their first job. I worked at Chick-fil-A since I was 15 years old for about 2.5 years. I worked for about 2 years. I was working in the beginning. I started off around 20 hours a week, or not 20 hours a week, 20 hours a month, pretty much, because I was 15. They didn't allow you to work that much because, I don't know, something to do with child labor laws, but I understand that part now. But then once I turned 16, I was working around 50 to around 60 hours a month, every month for an entire year until I turned, it was about 2 months away from my birthday in June. My birthday's in June 1st for anyone whose birthday is in June. During that point in time, I asked for a raise and a promotion, like most do. My boss told me no. I knew at that point I had worked for the company for almost two years pretty much, and probably put in, I don't know, somewhere close to around 1,100 hours. And just them saying no, that was a disappointment for me. So I quit and I started my journey into entrepreneurship. So at that point in time, I didn't want my future to be dependent on someone else's permission. That's the quote I went by. And if I wanted freedom for real, I would have to go build it myself. So because of that, I went and created something called, I used a little bit of AI to create something for social media people. If I may, who here uses or has social media? Could we raise our hands or say hi? Cool. Now, how many of you, who makes money on social media? That's a question that, most people don't have. Okay, cool. Now, that's what I do. I help you use social media to take advantage of it being free. Social media is mostly all free unless you want to boost. You can take social media. I basically help you make money off of social media. My main platforms that I help you with are YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. YouTube is a viewership and moneymaker. TikTok is a viewership. And then the Instagram, that one, it depends on what your company does. That one is either you make so much money off of it and you make more than YouTube, or you don't make any money, but you get so many views. That one depends on your company. One client, he's down here in Dallas. He's also my mentor. He gave me social media in 2 weeks. I got him to 50 subscribers from zero and 100,000 views in 2 weeks. And another one of my clients, he actually has a podcast firm. I took him from zero to 100 subscribers in about 300, believe we're up to around 360,000 views in a month. So if you had 100,000 to 370,000 views or people watching your platform, what could that theoretically do for you? What I do at Contenta AI, I automate your content as long as you have some form of content that I can automate for you. We also grow your audience. We do your branding. We do your logos. If you need any kind of events, say you want a event hosted at X, I can send you to a friend who has an event company and he'll do it for a reduced rate. Also, we monetize your content, right? That's the main part that lots of people get. At around 1,000 subscribers, you can monetize your content on YouTube. It works well if you have a podcast, you do panels, you do speeches, or you go on webinars. What I do is take the long form content, cut it up, and put it on social media, and we properly push it out towards the audience that you want. So when you grow your audience, the audience is a representation of your company. And what you can do from that is start posting about your company and start gaining leads from the social media itself. So far, I have about 50 companies total that are currently onboarded. I have a wait list about 30 companies currently. And I would actually like to offer you a little help. So because Clinton has offered me a platform to speak to y'all, I would love to come work with y'all and give y'all a reduced rate of about 25% to come work with me. I only charge $500 a month, which is obnoxiously low. I should probably raise my prices, but to be honest with you, I don't think I do enough for you. So until I do more and can help you with more, I won't raise my prices. That is my rule. So if anyone here would like to, I did put my Calendly link in the chat so we can schedule a call. And if not, then just send me a message. I'll put my number in the chat a little later on, and just send me a message. I'll give you all a free consultation call. Thank you.
Awesome, PJ. So glad to have you with us here, and congrats on those results. Amazing results as an entrepreneur. Can you believe it? Starting off doing so well. You are going to go far, my friend, and I'm excited to follow your success. All right, next up, we have our guest, David Gurno.
And good afternoon, everyone. My topic is branding. I help promote and build business brands. I don't do it in the social media contents. I do it with print. I do it with promotional items. I also do it with customized apparel. But it is important to have your brand voice, whatever to your target audience. Some key brand aspects, your brand positioning, what is your mission statement? What's your vision statement? What's your unique service proposition? What are your brand values and the content pillars? Your visual identity is also important in branding. Your color palette, and also your logo, color palette, typography, photography, iconography, and then user interface. Some of the common strategies is tone of voice, brand persona, and it goes in a little further than that. What we can do is we can help you with your brand. If you just have a logo, that's not a brand. That's my opinion. We can help you build your brand as your personal branding, because there's two sides to branding, your personal and then your corporate. Your co-brand, if you have any partnerships or synergies, your co-branding, product branding, retail branding, physical store appearance, and apparel. We cover the apparel and try to make that logo, which is part of your brand, also stand out. We also do that with promotional items as well. In your print is your whatever message you're trying to convey to your target audience. Is it consistent? Is the colors going to be consistent? Is the typography going to be consistent? Those are just some of the aspects there. And then even things on your promotional items. You can stick a logo on anything, but is it going to match the brand? Is it going to match your vision statement and things of that nature? I've got some testimonials. We also provide custom services for team, businesses, and individuals to include apparel, stationery printing, large format, accessories, and more. Now, I just recently, kind of as far as AI, AI is becoming increasingly popular, especially with design work. Now, there's design work with AI in design is a component, but it's not a replace all. It's just basically with AI using it in design, it just shortens the process because you want to make something different. What sets you apart from your other competition? What makes you different? AI basically takes the colors and everything and shortens, and especially like in logo creation or something of that nature, AI will take that and shorten it. AI is not a replacement for the creative efforts that makes you different. The way you get that is through conversations with any potential client. We want to help grow your brand. And so if you are interested in having a further conversation with me, please reach out to me. My website is metrolitesolutions.com. There is a contact information there. And then we can have a conversation from there to see how I can help and benefit you and your company, to help shine the light on you, your company, and your brand.
Fantastic, David. Thank you so much for joining us. Excited to have you on here today. All right, so let me just go ahead and share my screen and introduce our next speaker. So please welcome our guest speaker, Kim Burnett. And Kim, let me turn it over to you so that you can present from your side. Excited to have you here. Thank you so much.
My name is Kim, and I'm going to start you off with a little bit of a 30-second commercial here, something that I do frequently in my meetings, but just to give you some sort of an idea. Imagine waking up every day feeling energized, clear-minded, and truly revitalized. Through cutting-edge regenerative stem cell technology, I help people restore their health from the inside out. Boosting energy, enhancing mental clarity, improving sleep, reducing inflammation, and even minimizing fine lines and wrinkles. This isn't just about looking younger, it's about feeling your absolute best. Whether you're seeking peak performance, long-term wellness, or natural rejuvenation, my approach supports your body's ability to heal and thrive. My name is Kim, and I'm changing lives one patch at a time. Are you ready to experience a new level of vitality?
To the dawn of time. For us, it all begins with the sun, the source of
Can you hear it
light
now?
and life for our entire solar system.
Yes.
Even Einstein concluded that everything we're made of contains light. All life originates with the sun through photosynthesis. Plants and vegetation collect the light, and all living creatures emit light. Humans actually emit infrared light, which can be seen with night vision devices. We've known for centuries that light has many effects on the body. LifeWave's phototherapy patches use light that can promote a general state of health and healthy activity unique to each LifeWave patch. Here's how the technology works. First, a patch is applied to specific points on the body. Where the patch covers the skin, infrared energy emitted from the body is reflected back into the body and then taps into the body's own natural flow of energy. LifeWave phototherapy patches promote an environment that enables the body to optimize its restorative energy and enhances your ability to live well without the use of harmful drugs or chemicals. To find out more, contact your distributor. LifeWave. Live long. Live well.
That's the product in a nutshell and the technology. So what this product is it's a non-invasive patch like this. Do you see on my wrist? Well, you can't see it very well, but there it is. About the size of a quarter. And what it does is it reflects your own body light back into your body to stimulate the copper peptides that run through your body. And what these do is that these stimulate your stem cells and reawaken them. We're born with an abundance of stem cells. And as we age, those stem cells start to go dormant. And by the time you turn 60, 95 to 98% of your stem cells are totally asleep. And stem cells are important for your healing. They're important for your longevity, for your mental clarity. And without stem cells, your body deteriorates and it gets older. So what these patches do is these wake up your stem cells to help you heal from within, because the body knows what it needs to do to heal. And it's not like typical stem cell therapy where you get an injection, where you have to go overseas, cost you $20,000 to $25,000. It may or may not work. Don't necessarily know what is in that injection, where the stem cells are actually coming from. So this, as I say, is non-transdermal, doesn't put anything back into your body whatsoever, no medications, no chemicals, no dyes, nothing. And it works just strictly off of your own body light. And as the video alluded to, all living things create their own and generate their own light. And you can see that through infrared technology. So if you'd like to learn more, or you want to learn more, I'll put my information in the chat.
Thank you so much, Kim. We've got one more presenter to highlight. We have a surprise guest speaker. So grateful that we're able to introduce him. Welcome to our special guest speaker, Dr. Jabril Wilson, or Coach JB. All right, let's give it up for Coach JB.
How's everyone doing?
Doing great.
Great. Thanks so much. I met Clinton a few weeks ago and I was on last month and I had maybe one person who I had used AI. Receptionist has been great, but Clinton has really helped me, and special shout out to Coach Sass, who's the one supporting us. And we've been having an amazing job. We've been getting some great results. And I just wanted to share a little bit with you. I don't really have any tech background, so the AI thing really wasn't something that I was comfortable with, but I found another way. And I don't know if all of you are into technology, or is everyone into technology? Because you don't need technology to get this thing to work. And that was my hang up. I thought that I had to know it. But what I do know is I need assistance. You need help. So what I've decided to do is have a virtual assistant first, and then I've had that virtual assistant help me with the AI, because I knew alone, if I just used the system with the AI receptionist, I wouldn't stay with it. So I have Yvonne on, who's also my assistant. And another reason why I've chosen the AI receptionist route is because I've had many virtual assistants at one time, and it wasn't easy for me to manage them, and they left. So with AI assistant or receptionist, that reduces that turnover, and they can work for us 24 hours. So I have Yvonne here, who is my virtual assistant, who we have a model called the 7 steps that she's going to show. So can you allow her to share her screen? And this is my way of winning. So I'm Coach JB, and I say the 7 levels of abundance and freedom. I mentioned this a little bit last month, but we can do a recap. So I say Coach JB, which would be yourself, and then the community and coach, mentor. So we have Coach Sassy as our mentor and coach, and the community, how I met Clinton, and I'm sure some of you have met Clinton through just communities and networks. So there's a system that always works. And on the next, to your right, level 2 is a TC, a transaction coordinator, a VA, and an admin, which is Yvonne. But when you get to the 3rd level, again, you don't get rid of the things that helped you to get there. So you still have your community and your coach to your left. And we're on level 3. Then you have your TC, your VA, and admin. Then you have your AI assistant. So you have your TC especially if you don't have the time and you're out getting more business, to work with the AI and train the AI. And then, of course, you have your community and your coach and your mentor. And that's how you stay plugged in. Now you're ready to go to the next level. So again, you keep your community and your coach, because every level you're going to need a coach. You're going to need a coach for every level. Then you have your TC, your transaction coordinator, your VA, admin, your AI assistant. Then you get an AI receptionist, or you can use those terms interchangeably, and you can have them work together. So now you're on your fourth level. Then it just goes on. You see, you have the TC, you have AI, you have another. So now you have three of them. So Clinton, you see where I'm going with this. You can just keep building it, and they become smarter. You become smarter. You have more results. Your clients are happier. You're getting feedback from your clients. And we can jump all the way down to the seventh level. This is reduced costs from even having other virtual assistants or having other people. You have it, and you have the community again. You never forget your foundation. No matter how much you think, there's always another level to know, and there are going to be constant updates and changing with this AI receptionist technology. So you need to know more. So now I have on seventh level, you have the VA, who you've kept loyal and faithful to you. Then you have an AI assistant, AI receptionist, AI admin, AI executive, because you're naming them and they're growing as well and becoming smarter. And then I even have an AI graphist, social media, that we've been testing, and it's been great. This AI receptionist is helping us redesign rooms, because I'm a realtor. So it's helping us to stage things and move things. I've even had it help me declutter a room within 5 minutes. And I've done different versions of it. It's a great thing. I'm glad to be on this presentation, and all of the previous speakers, I'm glad that you're using it as well. And I'm excited for this month to just get started and go to another level. So I don't know if anybody had any questions, but this is how I'm using AI, virtual assistants, the community and team to scale my business and to work less but make more and have more time and freedom for my family and to take care of my health. I can't hear anybody. Is somebody speaking?
Thank you so much, Coach JB, for sharing that. That's amazing. Love this 7 levels of abundance and freedom that you're on that journey to implement for your own business and then to share with us as well. I think it's so phenomenal. And Yvonne, thanks for the great collaboration to help make it possible. And yes, if you haven't met Coach JB, definitely check out what he's doing with New Home University.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing things to help real estate agents get their licenses, and then to leverage this technology in a way to help them go beyond what they'd normally be able to with their capacity. So excited to have Coach Sassy with us as well. Charest Rodriguez, so glad to have you with us. And if you haven't met her, definitely encourage you to follow what she's doing, and excited to share some of the things that are coming up that we're going to be doing with her. And now let's just open it up for Q&A. So if you have a question, just raise your hand. I'll unmute you so you can ask a question of myself or any of our guest speakers. Such a great opportunity to be able to speak with them.
Pranav, I will suggest him that he should never feel that the fact that emotionally that if he feels that he's too cheap, he will always sell for the less. He needs to understand that he cannot, if he wants to raise, do not be afraid. If you want to charge $2,000, charge the $2,000, because at the end of the day, you are going to bring the right client for you. So don't never be afraid to charge too much, because when you know what you're doing, you are worth it.
Well, so I'll
And
actually explain that.
that's one of those things.
Yes, thank you for your advice. I'd also like to say, so there is a reason it's $500 is because I don't include all the features in that price. So you get very limited stuff, and then when I have my software up and running, I'm going to increase the price because it's going to be fully automated so that you can even run it yourself without me having to help you.
Mm.
Okay. And for JB,
Yes.
let's connect. I like you. I like your pitch, and so I would love to get connected with you. And I already got connected with Panor. I will, if you can drop your link, your calendar link, Kim, that would be great so we can connect. That's what I have to do. Thank you, Clinton, for having me here.
Thanks for joining us, Diego. It's great to connect with you earlier this week. And I'm so glad that we were able to be introduced and that you could join us here today. And thanks to each one of you with the work that we're doing together. I just wanted to share a case study that I recently had that I thought was really exciting. I want to let you know. Yesterday at a meeting, one of my clients announced that they had just reached last month their first six-figure month. So huge accomplishment for them. So grateful for the collaboration with them. And it was neat to see them really increase the number of booked calls. Instead of missing 5 or 6 calls per day, they're now answering every single call and getting those booked.
Wow, congratulations.
Yeah, so it's amazing. David, I just want to give you a shout out for having those great testimonials on your website. Great to see the work that you've delivered and the results that your clients are seeing from that. I think that's a great way to share that with other people. And excited to see the different ways that everyone here is interacting with and leveraging AI. I got to say, David does some incredible work with graphics, and he's doing some really cutting edge things with AI there. David, we're excited to follow your journey there and excited to see some of the results that you get as you do that. All right, everyone, thank you again so much for joining. Looking forward to announcing our lineup of speakers for early June. And if you would like to be a speaker on one of these upcoming webinars, would love to have you as a guest speaker. So just reach out to me through the website madjaw.com, and there's a phone number on there you can call and let me know if you're interested in speaking. Invite your colleagues, prospects, friends, clients. We'd love to have them all join us on this journey as we're learning and leveraging AI together. Have a great one today. Thank you so much for your time. We'll talk soon.